A UN staff member in India has described the huge upsurge in COVID-19 infections in her country in recent days as a tsunami, and has spoken of the panic she felt as her immediate family became infected with the virus. The number of new infections in India is tipping over 300,000 per day and more than 200,000 have died from the infection, although many there believe the figure could be a lot higher. Anshu Sharma works for the UN News Hindi service and has filed this personal account, from her base in New Delhi, about living in the shadow of the pandemic. When COVID-19 began spreading in India in March 2020, no one really understood the gravity of the situation, but today, more than a year later, the pandemic has taken an ugly turn impacting all of us, not least my own family. As a reporter for UN News, I began as a detached observer charting the impact of COVID-19 across South Asia. But that changed when a member of my family passed away due to a delay in treatment caused by an overwhelmed and panic-stricken health service. It was a desperately sad and surreal time for my family as we consoled each other in lockdown. Around this time, my cousin was stranded in Nigeria. We had been trying to bring him home for months, and in July we succeeded, and suddenly, we had a ray of hope amidst the gloom. He began quarantine in a hotel for 14 days, as per the rules, but developed a fever and was rushed to hospital. Before the doctors could diagnose his condition, he passed away due to multiple organ failure. We learned later that he had died of malaria. Though indirectly, once again, coronavirus had snatched another member of my family. But really testing times were yet to come. A few months later, in September, I went to visit my elderly mother and brother in another city, and despite taking all possible precautions, my worst fears came true. We all tested positive for the virus and spent 2 weeks battling the daunting infection. Fearing the worst during this period, I used to wake up at night to check on everyone. Each day felt like a struggle and I experienced endless anxiety. The only relief was that we did recover in home quarantine and none of us had to be hospitalized. I can now say that, due to the uncertainties involved, COVID-19 played havoc with my mental, more than physical, health. It is a vicious mind game.